So board 15, we got South as dealer, North, South vulnerable, and I bet there were some fireworks on this hand. I wish I was West. That is a powerful hand. Now, I talked before about some 11 counts that you do and you don't open. This is definitely an 11 count that I would open. It's a 5-4. I've got all my points in my suit and I've got 2 aces. It's the perfect 11 to open. So I'm going to start off with 1 spade. And West will probably make your Michael's Q bid if you play Michael's Q bids. If not, I'd start off by bidding my hearts first. So what they can do is they can bid 2 spades. Partner, I've got at least 5 hearts and at least 5 of a minor. Now, wow, this is a pretty exciting hand by North as well. Now, North knows we're going to have at least enough points for game. You've got a couple of different ways of raising depending on your partnership. So if you play Q raises, one good thing that you can do is you can use the bid of the known suit. So here we know that West has hearts. What you can do is bid 3 hearts to show a Q raise 4 spades. And that's because the 2 spade bid didn't promise spades, it promised hearts and a minor. So hearts would be your Q raise bid that you could make. Another thing, if you're just playing sort of limit bids, what you could do is just raise up to 4 spades. And lastly, a really nice thing to be able to do in competitive auctions is what we call a fit showing jump. Now, the way that this would work is that it'd be a bid of 4 clubs. And what it promises, and it should apply in competition, is it promises partner that you've got at least 9 cards between the suit that they opened and the suit that you've bid. So I've got at least 9 cards between clubs and between spades as well. Now, this allows your partner to basically make some really good decisions in competitive auctions. It is something I'd look into before you actually start using it. And the reason that it's used to show this is you could just bid 3 clubs as a natural enforcing bid. So it's using a jump bid for a reason. It becomes more useful in competitive auctions than splinters, but splinters are another option. If you do just play splinters, you could splinter with 4 hearts. The problem with this is you don't really like splintering with a singleton ace. So there are lots of options that North has. Now, if you end up playing the fit showing jump, wow, South's going to get excited because South's going to know that you've got a double fit between spades and clubs. So they're definitely going to want to keep going. And if you have a look at the hand, you're actually absolutely cold for a contract of 6 spades. You do have some problems because you do need to finesse the clubs, but because of the bidding, you're actually going to have the information that you need to be able to do that. So because you have the Michael's Q bid, what you're going to get to do is you're going to cash your trumps and realize that West doesn't have any trumps. After this happens, the person that's most likely to have 4 clubs, if anyone's going to have 4 clubs, is going to be East. This is after you find out they've got diamonds. So what you're going to be able to do is you're actually going to be able to finesse that 10 of clubs to make 6 spades. Now, on the flip side, if we actually have a look at the East-West hands, they've got a really powerful fit as well. They can actually get to a contract and make it of 5 hearts or 5 diamonds. Now, there is a way they can go off in 5 diamonds, and that's if we get a heart lead, so North gets to win the ace of hearts, then they get to cross back to South, and they have to be very careful to cross back with a club. They can't cross back with a spade because that'll get roughed. And then South can actually play a heart, and North will get to actually rough that with a small diamond. It's pretty tricky defense, and I don't think anybody's going to find it. But that is a way to beat 5 diamonds. So the way that this hand works, it's a bit of a game of cat and mouse. If East-West can get to 5 diamonds or 5 hearts, they're definitely going to make their contract. Great place to be. Now, if North-South actually end up bidding to 5 spades, it's a good sacrifice if East-West can get themselves doubled in 6 diamonds or 6 hearts. That's a good sacrifice against a 5 spade contract. The problem is, if you do that, you might push your opponents to 6 spades. Now, if North-South get to 6 spades, if they're not careful, they might go off because they might lose a diamond and also a club, but it is a makeable contract and one that I'd like to be in. Interestingly, if they do get to 6 spades, it's a very good 7-level sacrifice by East-West to sacrifice themselves. The best one's going to be in 7 hearts, because 7 hearts, actually no, they both get ruffs. Probably actually 7 diamonds, because in 7 hearts, it's going to be a fair bit easier, because you'll be able to lead a diamond, and then they'll get in with the ace of hearts, and then they'll give their partner a ruff. Even still, 2 down, especially not vulnerable versus vulnerable, a really good sacrifice against a small slam contract. So there were probably some fireworks on this hand. It does show you how much having a big fit, having your points in your fit is so useful for both sides. So here we have basically that north-south, what have they got? There was 11, 14, 17, 20, 22 points, and they can make a small slam contract. And East-West, that'd give them 18 points, and they will probably make the 5 level, unless they get their ruff in, but pretty exciting hand. Fireworks all around. I'm looking forward to seeing the results.